Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot. This is the tarot reading that focuses exclusively on your ability to manifest. It is a gift that we are born with, and we do it all the time, small ways, usually. Once in a great while, you'll hook up with something. But the concept of manifesting is a very powerful concept, and it's something, while we give it lip service, we really don't support it much. The reason is the people in power do not want you to be able to manifest, because if you do, you are independent of them. That's a no-no. I, on the other hand, say yes, develop this God-given ability of manifesting. And I'm here to help you. This one picture that you see on your screen, that's all you're going to see. I don't want any outside visual interference, because anytime that you look at a two-dimensional screen, could be a laptop, desktop, could be a smartphone, could be a television. Two-dimensional screen means whatever you're looking at, you then become the spectator. I want you to be the participator. I don't care if you're playing a game on your computer. If it's a two-dimensional screen, you are still a spectator. So, I take the visual interference, shrink it down to just these 5 cards in front of you. Now my job is to inspire you, to fire up your imagination. Let's begin. Middle card. The Oracle card is Orphaned. And my friends, as you can tell, man, that's a pretty desolate scene. And she is in despair, serious despair. She's orphaned. She's abandoned. She's left behind. Now, usually, when a child, let's say, is orphaned, it is not a voluntary thing from her parents. Some sort of disaster has happened and taken her parents, either one at a time or together, away from that child. Doesn't make any difference. To that child, they're isolated, they're left alone, they are abandoned. The contract has been broken. And that has an immensely powerful impact. People who have become orphaned really have some heavy-duty work to do in their life as adults to overcome this intense, immense insecurity. I mean, imagine, here you are, a child. It doesn't make a difference really of your age. Here you are, a child. You are connected to your parent or parents, and they're gone, taken from you. You are all by yourself, you against the world. It's a very, very, very tough feeling, and that is, on some level, what you are feeling right now in your life. It may not have to do with your parents, it may have to do with society, it may have to do with the government, it may have to do with all sorts of things. I mean, we live in very dystopian times. So my guess is the majority of the people on the planet today feel orphaned. The people who are supposed to help them, watch over them, abandoned them more than once. And so there is a part of your spirit that is just like this gal on this rock. Alone, isolated. You don't see any kind of sunshine, no brightness, no nothing. It's a heavy, heavy burden. All by yourself against the world, against the universe. Abandoned. Alrighty, how do we deal with this? Let's go to the left, all the way to the left. Temperance card. Temperance card says you can deal with this. You can get your healing. It's just going to take a little while. Alrighty, you decide that you're going to make the commitment to do the things that you need to do to feel connected again. And it doesn't mean to somebody else, it means to yourself. Because when you get to the raw numbers, we are all born alone and we die alone. And so if we can tap into that cosmic energy, that cosmic capsule, we won't feel isolated. We won't feel abandoned. Temperance card, as you can see from the card, says, yes, you can heal. It's just a project. Okay, you can see the angelic person pouring water from one chalice to another. You see this person standing in water. Again, the idea of emotion, intuition, making that connection, making that emotional connection. Finding your emotional place in the universe. You can do this. You can see that bright little yellow there, that crown. You can do this. You see the path behind this person. It goes quite a ways, but it ends up at the crown. You can do this. One of the ways that you do this is the next card, and this is the card of judgment. It is an awakening, a rebirth, a new perspective. You see three people here representing three periods of time: your past, your present, your future. And so it is a process. Remember, we were talking about temperance and balance. Go back to the past. To the best of your ability, recollect, relive if you need to, that sense of abandonment. Everybody has them. Go back to that time where you first felt, or that person who abandoned you. That may be more helpful. Take that feeling, take that idea, take that thought, bring it into the future. Take a look at it now in light of everything else, and then move it to the future. How do you want to feel about this in the future? You cannot leave it as it is. But if you bring it to the present, examine it, you can make adjustments and step into a much more empowered, less lonely environment. It's powerful juju. Next card over, you're going to have an inspiration. Knight of Swords. Knights always bring gifts. Swords are thoughts, ideas, beliefs. And so the gift from the Knight is intelligence, knowledge, incisiveness. Something is going to occur in your life within the next few months where you will all of a sudden have a light bulb, imaginary of course, but you'll have this moment where you'll go, I got the connection. To think with the cards like the Judgment card and the Temperance card, combining those things and think, well, geez, this is going to happen real quick. I'll come to this decision. I'll make this connection to this person, this feeling, and I'll bring it forward and it'll be done. It's a process. And that's the one thing that you have to understand, because the harder you push, the farther away that enlightenment becomes. You're pushing it away by trying to make it happen. Allow it to happen. Again, we were talking about with the idea of temperance and as well as the idea of judgment, time. The Knight of Swords says, yes, you're going to get there. It's going to come to you like a flash of light. And in fact, to emphasize that, we got the Ace of Swords right after that. Ace of Swords calls for clear thinking, honesty. It's a breakthrough. You can do this. It's like fishing. When you drop a line in the water, you don't expect to catch a fish right away. And in fact, I think a lot of people who fish don't really want to catch a fish right away. They just want to drop a line in the water and just kind of let things happen. Let the fish find it. You take that same attitude. You decide, okay, where do I or have I felt abandoned? Was it a person? Was it a situation? And just let it percolate in your subconscious. Just let it percolate. Eventually it's going to rise to the top. When it does, you will be able to make the correction. You will no longer feel abandoned. You will find your emotional safety spot in the cosmos. Just going to take time. You can do it. It's the reading for today. Back tomorrow again with another Tao Manifested Tarot. Hope you join me because I do a brand new read every day, 365. If you're not here with me tomorrow, no sweat. We'll catch up again for sure. Between now and the next time we do tarot together, peace and blessings.